Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Tailorette and it is Christmas week starting tomorrow and it is snowing outside. It is so cozy this week. So I decided to set aside nap times while the baby is sleeping so that I can get some sewing done and provide a video for you guys. Okay, so I pulled out a few fabrics. I bought this fabric a while ago at a fabric sale that I went to right before I got married. So I have this. And then I bought this at a garage sale that had a huge sale on all their upholstery fabrics. And this is just a basic linen. This is an 18th century dress that I'm going to make. This is going to be the bodice. It is a natural linen. And this is the red linen that I think this is real linen, this red. So with the bodice, this is a plain bodice, but I am going to decorate it with my own embroidery. So guys, one thing about color is you'll notice there's these little pieces of lighter colors in here. It's like a texture. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's why I chose this. This has texture as well, but this color in here is woven in here. So it's going to tie together really well. Future me speaking here, editing this video. It is finished late. That is why this video is posted late. It was supposed to be posted in December, but it's done. So let's move on with the video. All right, so I'm going to cut out the bodice. So in this pile, I have my shell pieces, which is the linen, and then I have my actual lining pieces that go with the linen. I'll explain that later. And then I have another layer of lining that does not have the sleeve lining, and I'll explain that in a minute as well. Basically, I took this shell piece, the outside piece, which is the linen, and I'm putting it on top of the cotton piece. Now, putting these two together will actually make more structure in the bodice, even though we are putting a boning in there as well. This will help stiffen up the fabric because it's kind of floppy. So I'm just going to press it together, make it all nice and flat on top. And I'm pinning the layers together just so that they don't shift as I'm stitching them on the machine. I don't know if you can tell there, but look at that little gaping there as I'm sewing. It's starting to stretch it out. So what I'm doing is I'm sticking a pin in there, and I'm not a huge encourager of running over pins, but in this situation, I would. So I'm pinning it here and then rolling over there. This is to keep it from stretching out, which is a really good thing that I'm putting this cotton behind it, because otherwise it would be super floppy all the way around the bodice. All these pieces are basted together. Now I'm just going to put the bodice together. I'm not doing this skirt here, by the way, this extra polonaise. But anyways, I'm going to do this bodice, but I'm going to cut out how to put that together because you can buy these instructions, see the instructions and make them. So I'll be doing that out of the shell. And then I have the inner lining, which is this without the sleeve lining, because the sleeves I attached together. This is the lining that I cut out of the sleeve and then the outer side here, but I'm not doing that for the inside lining because we don't want the sleeves to be too bulky, because we all know what that's like to have really bulky sleeves. And sewing it together, and then I'm going to press it open for a flat fit. Next step is I'm going to put the boning in the bodice. So now I have my outer layer here, which I sewed together, and then this is the lining. This is the lining that I was talking about. That's just the shell on the inside. And so I'm going to put the boning, this boning, it's sew-in boning, and I have a video on how I use boning, so I'm just going to leave that in the comment section below so you can watch that. But I'm basically going to sew this in right on top of these seams and go from there. The bodice is done. I worked on the neckline. I put the sleeves in and attached those with my serger. And then I also added the boning in the front, and I finished off all the edges. So the base of the bodice is all finished. So I finished the bodice, and now I have to go pick out the thread, and we're gonna go grocery shopping because in the background there, I am baking bread and I need more parchment paper too. We found the thread here, and it looks like it's a good match, so we're good to go. Yeah. So I'm literally just going to wing this and use my pencil and draw it out. I have some basic ideas that I really want to do, and I'm just gonna go for a shot. So I really think I want to test this out first, stitch this piece and see if I like it first, and then I can keep designing from there. And I'm going to just do a basic stitch all the way around. And I'm loving how this natural stitching is looking, and so I am just going to continue all the way and just stitch as I feel it's right. So I finished this front piece here, and it definitely looks unfinished, so I'm going to keep drawing up the bodice here. So you might be wondering, what stitches am I doing? So this is kind of, I'm sure this is an official stitch. I just don't know what it's called. So I am going down and I'm coming up front here, pulling, and then I'm coming down on top of my previous stitch and coming out about 1/8 of an inch in front of my other stitch that I just created, going back on top and just doing that continuously for my stems. So I'm doing these little leaves that go off of the stem, and what I'm doing is I'm going to come out from here, pull it out, come down where I came up, or down and up, come out just below the other side right here, pull it out, come down here again right where I started, come up just a little lower here, kind of creates a little tier going down. I have no idea if this is an official leaf. I'm just doing whatever. Voila, a little leaf look-alike. Okay, so I stitched all the way up here. I sketched it. I did not video that part because it's just so long. However, I do feel like something is missing, so I'm going to do it here as well. It's taking me so much time. And here I am working on a French knot. I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but I'm doing a French knot for all my berries and flowers. So I am making my own pattern here. I have my pattern actually on my channel here. I'll put the link below to the petticoat pattern, but I am just gonna leave it at that and not do details because I already have a video. So go ahead and watch it over there. And we're finished. The embroidery is done. I am super excited to just move on to my next project. So if you want to keep up on my future projects, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and I will see you all next time. You're late. Yep. I know, you're late. I know, I already mentioned that. You're supposed to have it done in December, and it's not done. See y'all later.